Hey everyone, it's Rayma and it's Christmas Eve here in Singapore. And today it's very exciting because today we're going to be tasting our homemade kimchi. And we made two kinds of kimchi. One was a napa cabbage traditional kimchi about 5 days ago. And at the same time, we also made what we call daikon in Hawaii, our radish kimchi, the white radish. And we're going to be tasting that with two kinds of Korean ramyeon or ramen instant noodles. And I have two kinds, a expensive one and a cheaper one. And we're going to do a taste test to see which one we like better. So come with me and I'll show you my kimchi and the two kinds of Korean ramen that I have today. So we've been fermenting our kimchi for about 5 days. Here's the radish. We started this at room temperature and then we got paranoid because we're here in Southeast Asia, so we moved them into the fridge after 8 hours. So hopefully they're pickled enough. So that's a radish one, daikon, and then we have the napa cabbage kimchi. And I also opened up my present from Santa a little bit early, so I also have some more napa cabbage kimchi in my little kimchi pot. And I have two kinds of vegan Korean ramen, and this one was $12 for four, which is kind of expensive for ramen, and this one was $6 for four. Also quite expensive here in Asia, where you can get like 6 for $2 here in Singapore. And so I was like, why is it that one is double the price of the other one? What could be super different about it? So Bart and I are going to eat one pack each, so 2 total. And we're gonna share it and we're gonna see which one we like better and whether the $12 one is really worth being double over the price of the other one. So we'll try it soon. So already they look really different just right out of the package. So the cheap one comes with the 2 seasoning packets, and it has a traditional square looking block. And then the fancy one also has 2 packets, but it has a round block and the noodles look kind of different, like much thinner. So we'll cook them up and we'll see whether we can tell the difference. So I have my 2 different kinds of soup bases getting ready to boil. And I have the cheap one here, and you can see the little veggies that are dehydrated. And then this is the expensive one, and the veggies look pretty fancy. You can see whole garlic cloves that are dehydrated, whole chili slices. And the soup base is red, so I think this one is going to be pretty spicy. So my idea was to do a blind taste test, but I think it's going to be pretty clear which one is which. So maybe we won't do that. So here we have the 2 different kinds of vegan Korean ramen and our 2 kinds of homemade kimchi. So this is the expensive one that came with the spicy broth and all the whole peppers and garlic. And this is the cheaper one. So Bart, which one would you like to try first?
I guess doesn't matter. I'll just try the cheaper one first.
Bart's gonna try the cheaper one first. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the spicy, fancy one. I like it actually. I think I may have watered down the soup packet too much, but I like the noodles. They're very toothsome. They have a very different texture from the other Korean noodles. It's not too spicy, but maybe because I watered it down too much. Yeah, pretty good. I think next time I will use less water though. Pretty good. Okay, so now here's the cheaper one. It tastes very different. The noodles are much soggier, and I think the broth tastes cheaper. So I can definitely tell that the expensive one is a lot better, and the noodles are just really, really good quality and really toothsome. And the broth is really good quality, and I think the whole garlic and the whole chilies are really, and actually whole little cabbage leaves too. That's pretty impressive for a instant ramen. So if you see the expensive one wherever you live, check it out. It's not too spicy either, so pretty good. Now we're gonna try the kimchi. So here's the daikon. It's really nice. It's in the very early stages of pickling, but you can tell that there's a little bit of that pickle flavor. So very crunchy, so very fresh. Oh, very spicy. Really sweet too. Bart made these pickles right after we got our Moderna booster. I didn't help because I was too miserable. So here's the cabbage kimchi. This is also very in the early stages of pickling. I think that we put it in the fridge a little bit too early. So maybe we will keep it out of the fridge a little bit longer so it can continue to ferment a little bit more. But very tasty. I think I like the daikon ones a little bit more than the cabbage ones. Pretty good. All right, so that was our Korean ramyeon taste test, Korean ramyeon taste test, and our homemade kimchi taste test. And I really thought that they were going to be the same thing, and I couldn't tell them apart. But it was pretty clear that the expensive one tasted so much better. You could really see all of the dehydrated veggies, which were really nice to have a whole shiitake mushrooms and cabbage and peppers and garlic in the soup base. Despite it being red, it wasn't spicy, maybe because I watered it down too much. And the noodles were such a nice texture. They almost had a fresh noodle taste. And you could definitely tell that the cheaper one had more of a spongy styrofoam, not great taste. Like, I probably wouldn't get the cheap one again, but I would definitely get the expensive one again. So Bart, what did you think about the two different noodles that we tried?
One was much better than the other.
One was much better than the other. All right, thank you for coming with us on our instant ramyun tasting journey. See you next time.
Posing for the picture.
You're so cute, Zibby.